tell me more about yesterday's event regarding Millwhite.
Yes, so the City of Brownsville has been working with Millwhite on finding a path forward. What we understand from the company and really from the impact to the residents, the dust, the quality of life is diminished in and around that area. It is a company that has been here for 100 years, but it's evolved in a way that location isn't the right fit for them. And so which has led to non-compliance with some city codes. And for that reason, they're willing to come to the table and we're working with our economic development partners to find a way where we can maybe perhaps find and relocate them for a more permanent solution. And so we're working on short-term, mid-term, and long-term solution. The best being, find a place where they can still stay in Brownsville and grow, but not in the location that they're at because of the proximity to residential and then the impact to the community.
How many employees do they have in Brownsville?
So they have 20 employees, but they'd like to grow to up to 50 employees. So we're talking about, when you talk about the economic development impact, we're looking at, their current employees and the fact that, they want to retain them, but also grow the industry. But in the most appropriate location where it can be a win-win situation, where the community wins, where they have a use that is more compatible with their existing residential, and then the company can grow in a location that is larger and that can really think about their future return on investment and their future growth as a company, serving not only the city of Brownsville, they serve also the Port of Brownsville.
Okay, and moving on to today, you were the keynote speaker at this Brownsville Chamber of Commerce State of the Chamber event. What were the key points you wanted to get across to the audience?
I think the main point here is that as a community, I'm using this new model that talks to one city. And the one city model is really, if the more we collaborate together and communicate and work on projects or initiatives together, the faster and the better our economy will grow and the quality of life of our residents. So I think that's important. You can be siloed in your thinking, but it's going to take a long time to improve your community. But through partnerships and relationships, and many of our best initiatives are through collaborations with either nonprofits, with UTRGV, or Economic Development Partner, GPIC, or BCIC. And so let's continue to have those relationships, the School of Public Health. Let's continue to have those relationships so it can really create incredible projects here. The second is BTX Fiber. As you can see, there's a lot of construction happening in and around the city of Brownsville. So we're really excited about the fact that we're in construction. We're gonna build a demo center, like a demonstration center, by the end of the year in downtown Brownsville, so people will be able to experience what does it mean to have a gig, what does it mean to be a 5G city, what does this mean for our kids, for education, and so this experience will be something where the community can go and see kind of our future, right, and what we're going to be able to achieve. So we're really excited about BTX Fire. And lastly, downtown revitalization. We have over $100 million in new investment going downtown this upcoming year. And the Mayor Cowan and the City Commission has really invested in infrastructure and roads, issuing a certificate of obligation we're fixing Old Highway 77. It's probably one of the worst roads that we have, or the worst road, but there's still more to do. We have $5 million worth of traffic synchronization to do, and we have all these new roads to construct. So really finding ways to fund that will be it will be challenging, but it's something that working together we can do.
So on the downtown, let's start with the last point you made there. Brownsville is already one of the most historic downtowns, maybe second only to San Antonio, and yet you're making an investment to improve it even further.
Absolutely. One of the things that the city is investing, it's using some of its federal funds to do a wastewater project in the amount of $14.5 million. That's the non-sexy stuff, right? Nobody really wants to do that, but we understand that we have old water and wastewater lines, and we're going to have to improve the capacity to really be able to accommodate new development. And then with people like UTRGV wanting to do the Performing Arts Center, that's a $43 million investment. You have the water, wastewater, another 14. We have $29 million development, which is at the El Jardín Hotel. It will be affordable housing and some commercial development, and another $14 million of the Samano and Armand building, which is our Payless. What was the former Payless on Elizabeth. It's a corner store to put a market on the ground floor. So really that little market, affordable housing projects. We have market lofts also going into downtown. So really it's a whole renaissance of development you're seeing, and many new restaurants. I walk and I have a lot of meetings downtown to support local businesses, and it's really nice to see new places opening up probably every 3 weeks. Something new that we've not seen is opening up downtown.
And the ultimate goal, as well as to make it more attractive for the residents that live here, is you're hoping it's going to become a destination.
Sure. I mean, it's already becoming a destination. We have First Fridays every Friday, first Friday of the month. We host kind of a theme. October was our biggest theme. That means more revenue for our local businesses. We're seeing an uptick of 30 to 40% in some of their revenue. But really, it's meant to be for the whole. The downtown is the heart of the city, and the importance of everybody feeling like it's their downtown, and it's intergenerational. I think the fact that you'll have students there from UTRGV in downtown, it'll just give it a breath of fresh air and creativity. So we're really excited, not only because we have the zoo, Fine Arts Museum, and all. We even have galleries opening up, but it's very exciting. There'll be pain with construction, but with pain comes also success.
And my last question, going back to the fiber optic rollout, that demo office or centre that you've got, I imagine that the idea there is that if you've never had something that fast, you just can't imagine, how good it can be, and therefore you will show the residents these are the sort of speeds available.
Right, because we talk about what is a smart city, or what does this mean? What it means is that you'll be able to be in some public spaces with Wi-Fi. Sometimes people are scared of going biking or going running because I don't have connectivity. What if I fall? What if something? And now you'll be able to have that, or my child riding from school to home, or what have you. Whatever they like to do, go play basketball, go home, what have you, that they actually, we have the highest security with regard to cybersecurity, and it's also very resilient because it's buried underground. Most of it is 48 inches below grade, so if we have a natural disaster, we're still going to be able to have that connectivity, and that's really important. It's resilient, it's the fact that the city is not paying for all of it. We have a public-private partnership with Lit Fiber, and they put in $70 million of private investment, and really the partnership with their Brownsville PUB is also an important part of this P3 structure. So we're really excited about it rolling now and the construction that's going on.
Are you able to say when it will all get finished?
We're thinking 2025 and probably the first quarter. So, but as the rings, we complete the fiber rings, there'll be 6 rings. Hopefully we can get some buildings up sooner.
Helen, thank you so much for today's updates on all the good things happening in Brownsville. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
Just, I would say, come visit us. Many people remember visiting Brownsville 5 years ago, 10 years ago, 15 years ago. A lot's changed in the last 3 to 4 years. And we're just really excited about what's to come. And just come visit us, experience downtown Brownsville, or just Brownsville in general. It's a new experience.
Thank you so much for today's interview.
Thank you.